Good evening, everybody. Just want to try to make a short video. I haven't made one in a while, and as if I'm making a video, then that means I have some things to say. First of all, I just want to I hope everyone's had a great Sunday so far. Secondly, um, I've been in this R. Kelly fight for about a year as far as my viewpoint is supporting his innocence, and what I'm saying doesn't mean that I'm going to shirk away from that. If anything, with all the drama that has been going on, it's made me even more um, emboldened to support him. He's being railroaded. His civil rights is being taken away. There is no reason, for example, that he and Bill Cosby is not out of prison due to the coronavirus epidemic, and people like Avenatti and Avenatti and Weinstein are able to be released because of the coronavirus. It's ridiculous, but much of the problem is this back and forth drama that's going on, and I'm not even talking about those that are against R. Kelly. I'm talking about those that say they support R. Kelly, and we're doing more damage than we ever could do. And I'm not going to say that I'm an exception. No, I'm part of this. So when I say these things, I include myself, because one thing we must do, number one, is take responsibility for our own actions and the things that we've done. And being that I've been outspoken about certain people that I believe that is polluting the movement, that opens me up to scrutiny and drama and those type of things. For example, I'm a moderator passing the Gangsters channel. The first day that I became a moderator, and thank you, Passionate Gangster, for accepting me as a moderator. I love your channel, as you know. When I first became a moderator, there was a guy that said some things that I felt was disrespectful toward her, a little pervy, if I want to be specific. So I warned him. After I warned him, he went further into it. I never got rid of him. Someone else did. A moderator did. That's cool because he was doing his job. Anyway, long story short, so I go on Dana J's platform, and some guy named Slim or Fillmore Slim tried to come at me and tried to say I was fake and whatever. So I'm like, you know what? This is all an attack on me, and the fact that I've been more vocal about one protecting the women in this fight. I believe that they're the heart and soul of this fight. They've been the ones that have been the most sincere when it comes to this fight. Let's be real. The drama comes from us men, not the women. Yeah, there's one woman that has her little drama. I won't even name her. But pretty much, those who support R. Kelly, in spirit and truth, has been women. This is the truth. We need to keep it real. And so as men, we need to step up and take responsibility for what we've done. That has messed up the movement. And two, we need to protect these women and honor these women for the sacrifices that they've done. But instead, we keep drama with women. We got people intimidating women because they're not agreeing with our platform and the things that we're doing. It's absolutely ridiculous to do those things. So because of this, I felt a burden to do whatever to protect the women. But one thing I'm not doing, I'm not getting involved with men and their internet beefs. This is going way too far. We have a man, R. Kelly, that's in prison. His attorneys are putting up motions in order to get out of prison, so that he can focus on the trial that's coming ahead. This is what we should be talking about. This should be what should be our first focus when it comes to this, and not using this to profit and have our own agendas and motives. For example, you got someone who now trying to make another defense fund to try to undermine the defense fund that Doug Anton, R. Kelly's head federal attorney, has approved, which implies that R. Kelly's approved it. And why? So that we can combat, so that those that are doing these things can combat another group of supporters who I believe are sincere. And this is ridiculous. This is absolutely pathetic and ridiculous. This is why we have a hard time coming together as a people. Why we're broken as a people. We don't stay in code. We do our own thing. And then we wonder why we stay in quicksand. Like, enough is enough. So my thing is, I'm staying out of these beefs. This isn't what I believe life should be about regards to our community. We need to have better solutions. We need to focus on the task that matters. As I said, in this fight, the women are the ones that are leading the way as far as being willing to put aside their own ego to advocate for the innocence of R. Kelly. Are we as men going to follow their example? If anything, we should be leading. We should be the ones leading. And if we're not doing that, then we're totally missing the boat as far as our purpose in life. And personally, I'm tired of it. There's so many more things that are going on. The coronavirus. People, are dealing with unemployment. I'm fortunate to have employment. But there's many that are being unemployed. Not because of job performance or anything, but just because of this whole epidemic, and their lives are being changed. So we have all these things going on. People dying from the coronavirus, and loved ones, dealing with those things. Life is too short to be dealing with foolish things. I respect so many people that I believe sincere in the R. Kelly fight, but I'm not getting any beefs. I refuse to do it. I will not do that. It's not my place. The only thing I care about is seeing that man acquitted. And if it means that I stay in the background for that, I'm cool with that. I don't need publicity. I don't need any of that. Only thing I care about is seeing that man acquitted. I don't know R. Kelly. And I'm definitely not some groupie that want to meet him. I don't ever have to meet R. Kelly. I just believe in my heart of hearts that he's innocent. And any man, especially a black man, who's innocent, it should be our duty as citizens to advocate for the innocent. Because it could be us. Our laws, which I don't believe they've ever been fully made for us,
But even with that, we're supposed to be assumed innocent until proven guilty. R. Kelly hasn't been given that assumption by the general public at all. Ever since the Lifetime docuseries, he's been judged guilty. And so we as R. Kelly supporters of his innocence, or at the least the ability for him to have due process as the Constitution affords him, to have a competent defense, which if he's in prison with the lockdown, coronavirus lockdown in the prisons because people are getting them in the MCC, so now it's on lockdown. He doesn't have the ability to have a competent defense. He can't talk to his lawyers and do the things that need to be done in order to have the best defense possible. And let me remind you that especially the federal prosecution, they have a limitless resources. The limited ability to get resources. They have an army behind them. The only way R. Kelly is going to prove his innocence is to be able. Yeah. Yes, I am.
Don't tilt it.
Okay, what is this? Oh, thank you. Sorry, guys, I had my niece come in and give me shrimps. Yeah. So as I was going to say,
the federal government has the ability to have as many resources as possible to prove their case against you. R. Kelly has to have that same the ability to have the same resources to get the best defense, because he has the right to competent defense. That's part of the Constitution. It's part of our rights. It's part of the Bill of Rights to have a competent defense. So, if he's not getting that, then his constitutional rights are being trampled with. And no matter where you fall on this R. Kelly discussion of his innocence, should be upset with that, because that is us. So the last thing I want to say is understand, what are we fighting for? This isn't about clout. This isn't about who's the face of this movement. R. Kelly's the face of this movement. We're his voice. All of us are. No matter if we know him or we don't. If you sincerely believe in his innocence, we're his voice. And because of that, we have to act as he would. He wouldn't want this kind of drama. Not in his name. And remember, guys, R. Kelly is one of the many charges he's facing is obstruction of justice and intimidating witnesses, guys. The last thing he wants is anything being seen to that, close to anything close to that being in his name. We gotta move accordingly, we gotta move effectively, and we gotta put our egos to the side. Doesn't mean that we can't dispute what those that are against him are saying. Far from that. We have a constitutional right and freedom of speech to be able to disagree and expose where their stories are false. We're allowed to do that. And give evidence to the defense attorney so that they can use that and use whatever is necessary to prove their case. So that's basically what I want to say. I and all of us need to put aside our ego. I have dedicated myself from this day forward that I'm going to put aside my ego, not contribute to the craziness and get focused on what we need to do, whatever I can do. I may not be able to march or anything like that, but there are things that I can do, and there are things that we can do. We don't have to rely on just one voice or one person. We all can do something. Let's do it. Let's be the people that we're meant to be. Let's be the people that survived slavery. We're the descendants of those that survived slavery and Jim Crow and segregation. Let's be that people. We have that spirit. Let's be that people. So thank you for listening to this video, and have a nice night.